side that I use here for all my fundamental when it comes to seasonality news as well as COT interest rate differentials and all that. So, but what I want to do here in this one, so we want to focus on the dollar in this case with this month of September, right? And we have the green line here, open to read. Let me just use this. Is the past 2 years here is that we have been looking at a positive dollar here. 5 years as well, average we've been bullish on dollar. 10 years as well, this month of September, right? 10 years as well bullish. 15 years data as well, we still have a bullish data on this month of September, even the past 20 years as well. So which means that's why I'm bullish on dollar. And the setup that I'm about to show you guys supports the idea of the bullishness or the bullish dollar idea. And or if maybe you want, you can come here just to Forex, look at currencies, Euro USD. And the same thing, USD, look at the USD for this month, heavily bearish, which means this will put at that position why another reasons why I want to go short Euro as well for this whole month of September. Anyway, let's move this out of the way here. Let's look at economic calendar for the week. In this case, on Sunday, Chinese CPI here with no impact. On Monday, we have nothing. On Tuesday, we have climate count change for pound. In this case, this will be interesting. And Canadian dollar, Governor McClellan speaks, okay? And then on Wednesday, things are happening. We have GDP for the pound, and we have CPI for US dollar. In this case, this will be interesting on Wednesday as well here, which means I believe price will push down into our levels where we're expecting price to move down to again. I am bullish at dollar this week, so we might like to see. And then we have on Thursday here Euro maintenance rate, or in this case monetary policy for Euro. This will be 8:15. This will be interesting, guys. On Wednesday, Thursday, 8:30 a.m. here, we have producer price index as well as unemployment claims. That will be the dollar in this case, which means we know most of the pairs that are traded are based on the dollar, right? So, and then on Friday, we don't have high impact news. However, we have April medium consumer sentiments, of which it will be interesting. And we have the Chinese industrial production and retail sales. This will be at night, so we won't be trading this at all. So let's move down to charts, guys. Let's move on to charts. In this case, we're going to start here on the AKA the DXY or the dollar index. We look at this chart. There's no need for me to look at this thing. We can go up here even in monthly chart. If you want to monthly chart, in this case, we have this low up to a high, and we're going to mark this from discount here into premium, which means this is going to be the tool. Price came back downward into this fair value gap here, discount fair value gap, right? We came back down to discount fair value gap here, and as well, however, this is just a waste of time here. There's nothing for me. Just on my chart, and we've taken out the sell-side liquidity. In this case, this high time frame key level here. Then we'll push it upside, come back down to check out this lows here. Let's move on to weekly chart here. In this case, from here we displace higher, now the price coming back down to this level to discount. Let's remove this of a bit of it in the chart here. And again, looking at this chart here, I'm going to mark this in this case, the range low. High. Now we're back into what? We're back into discount, and we've taken out this low here. In this case, both its sell side liquidity has been taken out here. And now we should see what higher prices this month of September. And in this week, I am bullish in this case, looking for higher prices, right? So which means let's frame a setup here on this thing. Let's go down to daily chart here. That's where the things are happening. We look at a dollar here. We've taken out sell-side liquidity here. This is going to be high time frame key level and on a weekly chart, right? Then we displace higher, and then price can turn back down into this bullish order block here. We tap into it. But I love this that we went into it and price simply quickly rejected off that level, right? Indicating bullishness of the dollar here. So I am bullish on DXY and expecting high price, which means this week we can safe to say that okay, this high right here will be our drone. But eventually, what I'm be aiming for when looking at the dollar, guys, I will be aiming for this level here. Let's mark this range here. We have this range high here down to this low, right? We have a premium fair value gap here. So which means my drawn liquidity on the dollar will be looking at this level, which means will be what? 103.56. This is gonna be my main draw on liquidity when looking at USD. DXY here. So I'm bullish on DXY. Daily chart, this way the setup is so perfect here in this case of this level. And again, let's put it this way. There's something interesting here. Let me go down to 4-hour chart here and see if maybe we can utilize. This is really good here. This is good. Look at this. We have this low. So liquidity was taken out here. Remember that? We have this low price and rally up. Back to downside, checking this sell liquidity was taken out here again, took out the low, then rally to the upside, right? Price turned back down into, we didn't quite tap into the breaker here. However, we went to the upside and the price returned back, and then we have the NFP yesterday here, with which price pushed down into, let's remove this here on a 4-hour chart. This is gonna be nice here, so which means, okay, we down push down into what, into order block as well. We have this breaker here, highest up close candle, of which, yeah, if I can consider this breaker is perfect, because if we look at the breaker and then it did wick below it, but didn't no candle close below it, so it's perfect breaker there. And then down those candles here, order block with a breaker with order block, and again with an error of inefficiency here. This is going to be a balanced price range, right here, so which means everything aligns here. 3 PDRA as always, like I want. Then we check into it here. Now it seems like we're getting what higher price in the 4-hour chart, which means in this case we can simply go down to a 15 chart here, and I'll be framing up a long entry from here on. But then that's something I'm gonna do tomorrow. So for today, I think stopping here on the 4-hour chart, it's exactly what you need. Let's do it this way here. Put on every lipstick here. Put on some lipsticks. This will be break of market star shift here. And then just put it everything here, guys. I'm not sure if I should upload this video on YouTube or maybe just send it back here into Telegram. Looking at this level, so right, I'm looking at this here on a 4-hour chart. This will be the buy side here for this week. This will be my main draw on liquidity, looking for bullishness. This was simply order pairing here. Smart money pairing that long order. This is sell stop resting periods level. Check it with them. Then anticipating what guess this week we can simply aim for with. Surely we have a very nice order block here, and we already checked into it here. So yeah, let's see if we can get something outside the week. But we are bullish here. This higher right here, 101.91, will be the drawn liquidity for this week. Looking at the dollar index, aka DXY. Let's go down to euro. I caught a very nice trade last yesterday, guys. They're here. I didn't check it, but I only executed on a demo account, so it doesn't count. It was a very nice trade just set up, but this was simply based on another method that I've been using a lot lately. It's so damn good. Okay, let's start here on a daily chart here. You're looking at euro. Now don't forget, seasonality, we are bearish euro this whole month of September, right? And also I am bullish on the DXY, and this obviously it gives it an up, right? Look at this euro here, which happened is high. Checking out this high here, and I believe here there's a hard time frame order flow. Let me just go, yes, fair value gap. Sorry, yeah, I know this. There is this inversion fair value gap here. You can use the inversion fair value gap, or the fair value gap here is still the same thing. Then I'm going to use this inversion fair value gap there. We have inversion fair value gap, which means this move to the side, you got buy side liquidity into high time frame key level here, which means now we have this move. Now we should be looking for the market mega sell model down to this level. So actually 1.0602, all that will be my main draw. So I am heavily bearish on Euro USD. We look at this thing here. There's a minute. We pushing high, buy side was taken out in a low. High over there, then we displace lower, right? Displacement low. Then price turn back. In this case, we have a breaker here. Price turn back up into the breaker. Within the breaker, we also have a fair value gap here. And again, this here is happen to be my bearish order block. So we have 3 PDRAs exit. We have a breaker with order block and a fair value gap here. Now seeking what lower prices. And Friday, we push above this high here, but failed to close above it, indicating that again we should be bearish. So for this week, I am gonna be bearish. This here will be my first target. Maybe if I get my first trade here, this will be my main objective. However, should I get a swing trade, I'm more than willing to hold a position here until 1.0778 or this low here. However, this I'll be careful because I have to take some partials because of this displacement. However, this was mitigated here, so no need to worry about it anymore. It's not a longer first zone, so yeah. We'll be looking at this, guys. I'm bearish on Euro USD for this week. Simply anticipating what, looking for price just to simply push to the downside in this case, and which means in this case on the chart we can move down. Let's see if we have something for our chart here. Ooh, beautiful setup. Do you see what I see on the 4-hour chart here? I believe you see it. Look at this. We have this high. Price turn back up to try into what we have NFP, right? Push into a high time frame fair value gap. Again, we got this buy side liquidity. We're checking out this high here, buy side checking out, and then boom, displacement to the downside. So let's see if we get something cleaner on the hourly chart here. Not quite. Yeah, we do have something cleaner. Look at this buy side liquidity. We can say here highs has been taken out, right? Then we displace lower price, we turn back up into this higher time frame, into key level order block in this case. Then we go lower from here on. Let me just show you this setup here. This was simply a move against an NFP move here. It was a very nice trade here. Look at this here, exactly into this order block here. When price pushed below this week here, and I said that okay, this was a high profit order block. We tagged into it with this candle. That was a simple nice 3.7 R here. Simplest trade of week. So yeah, guys. So this is gonna be my euro. I am bearish this week. I am anticipating prices from here on. Let's look at pound here. There's something, it's an interesting pair for you. So I'm gonna show you. Let's look at pound GBP USD, and again look at euro here. Let's go up to the chart here. Compared to euro didn't check out this high, which means we do have SMT here with euro. I didn't mark that on euro. We have SMT. We'll check out this high by second out here, and in this case, into high time frame key level, we don't quite have it, but that didn't really match. I will check liquidity here, and we are bearish the dollar. And what about, we can go back into seasonality and take a look at pound here. Let's look at this. I love adding seasonalities here. Seasonal. Let's look at GBP USD of the month of September here. In the month of September, the past 2 years, let me just clear these things up here a little bit here. We were heavily bearish from the start of month. The whole month, the past year has been bearish. But about 5 as well, we've been kind of, but eventually from the mid-month, bearish. Average on 5, same thing. 10 years as well, 15 from mid-month bearishness as well here. So which means that 20 years as well, signal the very same thing here. So I'm looking at this thing here, and then we have this bullish DXY. Remember that as well. Partially has taken our key level here, which means weekly chart. Let's simply go down to daily here. Yes, I am aware of time frame alignment, but I don't want to focus on that. We have this high here, a low here, a high, then displace lower, breaking below this low. We don't quite have a clean low in this case, right? But let's do it this way here. It's gonna be, I have added USD on the other side, and we clean, then price turn back up into, let's see, this here, this candle here. Okay, price turn back up into what? Into this key level. In this case, it will be this order block here, right? We have an order block, a page order block. We tap into it there, and then let's look at this candle. We so this candle is high here. This is okay. We have nothing here. We tap into this order high chart from order block. Then again, we look at this here. We push up after this side, but fail to close above it, and we close lower, indicating that we are bearishness. We are bearish there. So I'm more interested in going short. My draw liquidity, or my main draw liquidity in this case, is gonna be this low here. However, look at this low here. We have some lot of relative equal lows here. So I am heavily bearish in this two pairs, especially this whole month of September. I am bearish. So I'm gonna see what we have maybe for the past days. Let's see. My goal now is to see if I can get maybe an entry out of this thing here within this week. Okay, nice, beautiful setup here. Look at this. Price push higher. By starting was taken out here, right? By this move to upside and displace lower. This week here came back up to test this order block here and then to the downside. So this week here, I'll simply want to see this type of stealing range here. Let me just mark it up. We have this stealing range. Maybe Monday or so we're gonna get some sort of move to upside back into. I would love to see price check coming back up into this breaker here. Into this breaker again, this order block here. I would love to see price. Okay, even though this week I did do that, but let's see if we can tap into this one more time. Then I'll be looking for shorts, anticipating what lower prices from here on. But this here, guys, is a perfect setup. I love this setup here on GU. It's almost the same thing on euro, but yeah, we'll see if we do get that type of trade here. And guys, I'm trying. Most of you know, you used to say like I'm very fast when I talk, right? So I'm trying to be a bit slower today. That's IG on euro. Let's go down to US. Pound. Let's go down to CAD, Canadian dollar. AKA, is it the loonie? Yes, the loonie. When we look at CAD, we've taken out. We've been. I don't like this pair, guys. No, I'm gonna jump this pair. I don't try this pair anymore. So no way for no need to waste some time on it. Okay, let's take a look at USD CHF here and the dollar Swiss. In this case, this one it directly correlates with the DXY, okay, the dollar index, right? In this case, look at these two pairs here. We have a Swiss franc here and we have a dollar in this case. In this case, the Swiss franc took this low here, which means we quite have SMT here. This is key for me. We have SMT. I always need SMT, especially when I'm looking for entries, which means in this case, we can start looking in this daily chart. We can move down to up to hourly chart and look for those high probability order block. If we do get it, we can execute simply off that level. That's simple. Let's go down to time frame alignment, daily chart, move down to hourly chart here. We have a huge week here, so nasty, and push back in this case into the constant encouragement of this week here. Did we tap to cross-word encroachment of this week, or almost close to there, then this upside? So which means in this week, I would love to see price pushing down to these levels first here, just to this before it can rally to the upside. Just tap down into the cross-word encroachment of this week here, then we can rally, which means this here will also support that. We need to create some sort of liquidity first here before we push to the upside. However, I am bullish on Swiss franc, so I'll be paying attention more on buying opportunities, on long opportunities here. This is gonna be my agent on USDCHF. Should we take a look at OZ and Q? I wouldn't not here. Let's take a look at OZ. I'm going to focus on the weekly chart here on OZ. This is going to be the key here. In this case, we came back up into this rejection block here, right? We have the rejection block up in this case, working to it. We've taken out this buy side liquidity here. Again, key level. Then this week's indicated, okay, like last week I was bearish. Most of you know this. Last week I was bearish, and I anticipated a bearish minutes. In this case, we did get that, a bearish week. However, I'm expecting a continuation to the downside in this case. Yes, in this case, we're true. So I will be careful, however, how I approach OZ, because we have this yet. However, I'm expecting bearish OZ. So in this case, we're trading premium here and looking at push back into discount. In this case, what do I have a discount? We have a discount on that block here, so which means I'll be anticipating a lower prices there. And again, I am bearish. Don't forget, I am bullish the dollar, so which means, and OZ is heavily bearish as well. Don't forget that OZ is heavily bearish. So which means, yeah, I want to see lower prices here. And if maybe you want to check your Switzerland chart, the past 5 years, 10 years, and 10 years, 15 years, and 20 years, OZ by this September is bearish. So this also supports the idea that we look in this case. Let's go down to daily chart and see what else we have. Don't forget, into key level, Basali was taken out here. There was a beautiful setup here. I remember this setup here. I remember this. We took a good look in this case. So price push higher, right? By starting with the second out here, then move to the downside. This move, tiny move here, return back up into this bearish order block here on this daily chart, right? That was a bearish OB there. After that bearish order block, huge move to the downside, return back up into a bearish order block again. What do we have here? We have bearish order block, check, and then we also have a fair value gap here, a bearish fair value gap. We check into it, then huge move to the downside. And when we look at the OZ, I always bring Kiwi to the side. Simply because whenever I look at this thing, guys, I always include SMT again. Yes, this is key. Look at this candle here. This candle going to Monday to September, the 2nd of September, right? The same candle here. The second, in this case, what you see, this push it upside here. However, the 2nd of September candle here, we had SMT as well. And again, it took us back to this method that we've been trading, right? In this case, we need what? We need intelligent liquidity, of which you check here. Do we have SMT? Yes, we do have SMT here. So which means after getting this, you simply move down to hourly chart. On hourly chart, you wanna buy the strongest. In this case, we are going short, right? And the weakest was what was OZ. We're looking for that high time frame order block. In this case, this will be, killer this order block, high probability order block is gonna be this candle and NFP candle here, which means this in this case will be this. Will be that order block that I look for. Sorry, OB or what? CSD or change the sort of delivery. I always mark this right here, by the way. And I want it at the top here on the right hand side. So this happened to be that high probability order block. We didn't come back to it. Look at you guys, because okay, hello, we simply went straight to the downside. I didn't come back into this high probability order block. I believe there was a trade here. Can't remember it very well. So this was Thursday. I can't remember this. So yeah, in this case, what I can do or approach it this week here on OZ is simple. So many things are going on here. So looking for this high and this low here, we have a simple, nice stealing range, right? Don't forget, we are bearish over in all. However, we like to see a price returning back higher here, at least maybe giving some sort of move into premium. Then we'll be looking for a chance to go short or sell AUD USD. I am bearish. I have no interest in going long or no interest in buying this thing up here. That should be key on OZ. Since I talk about OZ, I don't need to talk about Kiwi because we have the same thing here on Kiwi as well. Everything that we talk about in this other side is exact. Look at this, even the same setup here. Just looking for the same thing here. So I'll be anticipating lower prices from here on. But before that, I want to see price turning back up into premium of this range here. Then I would consider going short here. Most of you may be wondering, right? I want to go short in this case, but what about gold? Gold guys has been heavily bullish and into all-time highs. Remember that. So even though if I can get maybe a short setup, I'm not sure if I'm not interested in going short on gold here, guys. We are trading here, even though we have this very nice little downside here on gold, right? I am not interested in going short this thing, not yet at least. The reason being, we still have, look at this shelf of equalizer, we have this equalizer, and again, which means here, let me just make this here, this some sort of relative equal highs here, we have the just this low, and then look at this came close to it. So I have not interest in going short on gold. However, even though the setup says we can do that, but let's look at this thing on a daily chart. Gold correlates with what? With silver. When there's a correction, guys, SMT is key. Let's start on a weekly chart here on gold. On this gold weekly chart, obviously we have a bullish week. We have bullishness in gold for I don't know for how long now. Yeah. But then I'm gonna base my trade on simple trading method here. In this case, we have weekly interrange liquidity is gonna be this level gap on silver here. Okay, let's look at the range from this low here. Of which is not a low on this other side, so which means we do have SM, the 5 gap here, of which we currently is gonna be IFR, or is it? Oh no, we didn't tap into the 5 gap here. Let's use some proper lines at least so we can clearly see here. We didn't tap into this 5 gap when it comes to gold here. And look at the range on silver from this low here. It's gonna be from this low as well of a range up to that high here. It's very nice. Then we came back up down into this order block, but then we have SMT as well here. Looking at this candle, it is 2 candles, and silver it did exit. Which candle is this? Yeah, look at this. That's gonna be low here, and then however this one I didn't check into slow, which means we have SMT here. Interest liquidity on silver there. Then we have SMT which means suppose I did okay. I should be looking for a bullish candle in this case. Bullishness, yeah. That's why, guys. Like I said, I am bullish DXY, but gold I have no interest in going short on gold, guys. So which means even though I can get a setup here, I don't think I will be in a position where I wanna take this type of trades. I don't think so. And again, look at this. Silver took out this low here. Gold is the strongest, guys. Silver have taken out this low here. Yeah, right? This low. However, gold didn't do that, which means we have SMT as well. In this case, intra-range liquidity, check. In this case, SMT with silver, check. So which means from here on, I can simply go down to what? Again, this was this. Sorry, guys, I didn't check about the things here. Let's look at this. Now, for watch, we have a low, high, down to a lower low, then we display. This was a simple break of structure here above this high. It was a break of structure. Nice setup on gold here. But I don't trade. I won't be trading this. We have, in this case, of this huge down close candle here, which is gonna be our order block. Did you tap into the main threshold of this OP? Let's check it. Let's find out. 50% of this OP. No, we didn't tap into the main threshold here. Okay. We're still within that order block, remember that? And then we have a very tiny 5 value gap here as well, to boom order block. So which means in this case, and we have SMT as well. For hour, we can go down to a 15 chart here. In this case, 15 chart, we're simply looking for that high probability order block that called the SMT candle as well. It's gonna be this candle here, which means that this down close candle here is what I consider what a high probability order block. Or in this case, it's gonna be what? It's gonna be an order block or a change in the state of delivery. And in this setup, I don't quite need like market search if I don't really care about it. In this case, we tap into this order block looking for higher price. So which means I believe gold can push higher. And this put me in conflict because I'm also, but then lately we've seen sometimes where like we are put bullish DXY, but also bullish gold. We've seen that, right? So I will be careful how I approach gold here in this week. However, on my own, guys, I hardly take any trade on gold. So yeah, let's see. The next beautiful pair that I believe is looks really appetizing. It's gonna be Euro AUD and GBP AUD as well here. I wanna put them side by side so we analyze them at the same time here. Let's start on the weekly chart here. Oh, let's start with this one. Here. Let's look at this here, Euro AUD, right? We have this thing pair has been bullish, and from here on, price seems to be, it was moving sideways. Together, we have this range low up to a high, price returns liquidity, then we have range low, high into key level here, then we have this range low up to a high, right? So this is what I want us to focus on from this low up to a high. In our, this is going to be our dealing range. We obviously trading at discount below this level, trading at discount, and we push down into this. It's a weekly chart, right? Put down into, we have an order block here, and we have a 5 value gap. Actually, it's a balance price range here. extend it to the right, we type into it, and then we display side, breaking above this high, this market shift, take a liquidity. Again, this it's a perfect line, maybe like a textbook ICT concept board, the 2022 ICT mentorship here. Then from this low, push low, and then we display higher right down, up down into, look at this, where are we in this case? This range low and high, we're trading a discount here. We have this upload candle here. In this case, this will be a bullish breaker. Most of you guys have noticed that I talk way more about breaker blocks more than I talk about order blocks, right? We have that bullish breaker there, and we have six of candles candles. It's going to be the order block here, and we have a 500 gap here, 3 repeat arrays. And then last week we said champions, and then there was a huge move to the upside. So what do we expect this week? This week we are bullish as well. I'm expecting a continuation to the upside. So how can I approach this thing? We have this thing on a daily chart. We have this low here, which means we have this move to the downside, and then finally displays to the upside here. And this displacement of daily chart here. Excuse me. Okay. We have this here price push above this side here, so which means this happened to be our daily market structure shift, right? So I shift here on a daily chart. Market shift displacement, so which means here we have bullish breaker here. I want to see if price can push back down just to this breaker here. Then I'll be framing up. In this case, I'll simply want to see price pushing down into this breaker. Then from there on this week, I'll be looking for, maybe you can frame a long entry and expecting at high prices, because this I believe is bullish, and we like just to see price returning back up to this high here. But because this week is so high, what I'm gonna do with this week here, I'm gonna do this here. I'm gonna like put it into quadrants in this case, which means you're gonna be there. So I will be careful because I don't want to aim for that whole thing there. So this will be the case on this here, what I'm looking for. I want to see a price or plays around within this week here, within quadrants of this week here. So we'll see. All in all, Euro AG heavily bullish here. Don't forget, we have a bearish Oz or in over also. Let me show you. We have a bearish Oz. For those of you can simply look at all your Aussie futures if you want to, but then yeah, that should be something new that you have to do on your own. This will be Euro Aussie. Let's look at GBP AUG as well. And let's look at the weekly chart here. I mean, this is simply a tab, right? Look at this from this low, our short high, back down into what did you trap into a discount here? Again, premium and discount. Remember that. That's why we have PDRAs, premium and discount arrays. In this case, a discount, do we have anything discount? Yes, with discount fair value gap here, discount fair value gap, discount. We check into the fair value gap here on a weekly chart. Remember this. Checked into this fair value gap on a weekly chart here, and taken out sensor liquidity. At least previous 2 weeks has been taken out. And then let's look at this thing on a daily chart now. We are bullish, remember that? And then this is the best setup here. Look at this thing here. Just low, high, to the downside, then we display higher, breaking above this side, market start shift from the chart. We return back down into what? We return back, let's clean up this thing here. We return back down into this fair value gap here, right? And again, okay, it's actually a balance price range here. We give another fair value gap, balanced by another fair value gap, and then we'll get rebalanced here. Then to the upside, right? Which means in this case, we have this upward scan. You can use it to break, however, we have a breakout, order block, and fair value gap. Type into this and then seeking higher prices from, which means in this case on this one we simply need what a continuation model. So which means I'll only be paying attention to what to a continuation model here. So which means we have this range low. Okay, you may consider this whole range here. Some may be looking at this range. Yes, this is still valid. However, I'm going to focus and look at this day. Look at Friday here. Friday created its own low here. Let me put like this. When you take a good look at Friday here, Friday actually took out Thursday's low, right? Then it pushed it upside, which means now we have a dealing range. I'm gonna mark this low up to high. This is gonna be my new dealing range here. I'll see price pushing back it down into this kind of this range. Then I'm gonna this is perfection here. Look how sell side is taken out here. I'm paying attention to this range here. Because it's the one that will tell what you're doing this week. And then let's move up to hourly chart. And again, now this thing, it looks good. Look at this manipulation down here. It manipulated lower into a key level here. It's going to be hourly fair value gap as well. So which means now we have a perfect range here. We have a low, high, lower, low, and makes this upward scan here a bullish breaker as well. So which means we have a breaker at discount. So price to push back into discount here once. If it does push back into discount here, then I will be framing up a long entry here, anticipating what higher prices from here. So this is going to be my GBP AUD. We are bullish and we are seeking higher prices. And for us to go long, I would like to see price trend back down to the lows first. So we can get some sort of a good entry. This will be my idea on pound Aussie. And again, guys, these are the setups that I wanted to share with you for this week, and the market simply based on the market that I trade, because there are a lot of asset classes right here one can focus on. But for me, I only choose to pay attention to strictly to those that I trade, and these are the ones that I do pay attention to also. I'm gonna see you on the next one, guys. For those who trade indices, not really into indices anymore. However, we do trade indices. So I'm just going to skip indices for now. And another session, don't forget, tomorrow exactly it's going to be at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time, which means, or New York time, which means going to be 08:30 GMT +2, or the Central African Time, CAT. So guys, that's all from me on this one. I'm going to see you on the next one. Cheers. I'm out.